lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome everybody to Talladega Superspeedway as we get ready for some high-flying action with the Racers Elite Superspeedway Series. I'm Alan Bergen, just south of St. Louis here in the Tony Trapazzo Memorial Studio, and we get ready for high-flying action with the Xfinity cars here on a Friday night. So stay with us. So glad you could be here with Sim Racing Media, from the cheering flag to the checkered flag right here on Sim Racing Media. And Colin, welcome into the broadcast booth, my friend. How are you doing on this wonderful Friday evening?
Hello, Alan. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. As we're about knee-deep into qualifying, we got about 3 minutes left to go. A shorter field than what we normally see. Let's see here, carried 12 cars in the field tonight. So we're gonna go 6 squared, right? I tried pulling some out of it. Did you see what I did there?
I see what you did there, Alan.
Well, right now we're gonna bring.
We might have a relatively small field, but there's some really good names in there, and the qualifying times reflect just how competitive it is.
We're gonna quickly go over those qualifying, or before we get gridded up here, let's go over the weather tonight, as we are at 85 degrees ambient temperature with a 30% relative humidity. Now the big factor here is that 6 mile per hour wind. You know, it could be either a tailwind coming down the back straightaway or a headwind. And they got that track temperature cranked up to on the north side of 100 at 124 degrees on the track, as these guys are going to be getting up on the north side of crazy. Want to thank everybody for joining us here in the youtube.com live chat. And, you know, last week we had our friend Matt Metler up in the booth. We went 4 for 4 on this series with no cautions. So every time that Matt Metler and I get to the booth together, the Super Speedway Series goes caution free. Colin, you were on this track in the next gen cars last week. Take us through kind of last week what that race felt like to you, as you were, you led some laps, you were there at the end.
Alan, the next gen car and I don't always get along. So I don't know. I had a fun time. That's that's what I will say. Is every time out on track with these guys, I do have a whole lot of fun. I can't say much more than that, if I'm being honest with you. It's a great group of guys to run with. I always find that it's some really clean racing, and I can't think of a much better group of people to run with.
Right now, as we got about 6 seconds left in qualifying, Greg Marconi will set your fast time tonight with a 54.35. And just as qualifying ends, we got 11 cars signed in here to do battle as we get ready to get down on the racetrack and get after it here for 75 laps. These are 75 or 80 laps. 75 laps. We'll go 75.
I'm thinking it's 75, Alan.
It's 75. There we go. But here we go. As these guys get ready to get down into their race cars, we're going to go down pit side for your starting lineup. Wherever that may... There it is. There we go. Here we go for the starting lineup here tonight. Greg McConey out of Michigan will start on the pole. Curtis Ecker to his outside. Richard Odie will start on the inside of that second row with Pete Polini on his outside starting fourth. Rounding out your top 5 tonight will be Chase Greer. And out of our brother from the north, in a very snowy Canada right now, will be Trevor Woodward starting in that 6th position in the 6th car. The Colonel Kirby Wayne Scott, will start 7th tonight on the grid, as he will be flanked by Elizabethton, Tennessee's own Brandon Honeycutt. Starting 9th tonight will be the chief cook on bottle washer here at Racers Elite, and that's Andrew Teft. And starting 10th will be none other than Chris Blasi. And starting 11th, providing he grids up, will be Beast Mode Performance and our brother from another mother and colleague here on Sim Racing Media, Mr. Matt Metler. And that will round out your 11-car starting field here tonight. As once again, we want to welcome everybody here in the youtube.com live chat. I want to thank everybody for making the Racers Elite Super Speedway Series and SRM your entertainment destination here tonight, as we get ready to get these guys cranked up to crazy. We're going to have a few onboard shots for you tonight. Greg McConey there in the Paw Patrol car.
Nice.
Looking a little bit deeper field there in the shell onboard will be Trevor Woodward. Andrew Teft will have the Racers Elite on board here tonight. Kirby Wainscott will have his on board here tonight. And the pals on board will have Brandon Honeycutt. Richard Odie will have the Martin Truex Foundation. On this car, Pete Polini will be carrying the Outback Steakhouse in-car cam tonight. And Matt Metler is in parts unknown. Curtis Ecker will be carrying the Ream onboard cam here tonight. That iRacing.com pace car is going to bring the field into that turn 3-4 complex. Greg McConey, Curtis Ecker on the front row as we are getting ready. A short field tonight here, 10 cars. Matt Metler didn't. I think Matt Metler's computer, Matt Metler.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, one can only assume. As we get ready to come down here through that turn 3-4 complex, the iRacing.com pace car is going to dip off on the pit road. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 10 of the baddest, most greatest super speedway racers ever. Rise on your feet. Jump to your knees. Because race fans, it's showtime. Coming down lap number 1, Greg McConey leads the first lap here. And he's got Richard Odie right behind him right now. So Chase Greer and Curtis Ecker working together on the outside. Colin, it's going to be a battle all night long for supremacy here. As we're going to have a lot of comers and goers.
It seems like that first lap was a lot of jockeying around to try to link up with your teammate and go the long haul, go the distance with somebody you can trust pushing you, or somebody you can trust to push.
Yeah, 11 cars signed in here tonight. Matt Miller not gritting up tonight. I wouldn't say he won the race at the beer stand, but maybe he got to the beer stand before the race even started. Just saying. Pete Polini goes purple with a 51.44 and that number 67 car, the Outback Steakhouse sponsored car. And while we're watching these guys go around this racetrack, want to mention an event coming up for on Sunday here with
very special event.
Yes, November is Diabetes Awareness Month. With the Zaruka Holiday Cheer Breakthrough TID Research Charity Race. It's going to be on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Now, registration is $10. It's a $10 buy-in column. And it's going to be a 100 lap race. Or 70 laps, sorry, 70 laps.
70 lap, yeah, with some interesting stage breaks.
So stage 1 is going to end on lap 20, and stage 2 is going to end on 60 with 50% fuel and 1 dash repair.
Yeah, that second stage is going to be an interesting one because I don't think you can make. I don't know that you can make 40 laps on fuel at 50% in the next gen car.
Yeah, so get those next gen cars ready. Be out there. It's going to be a fun event. And you can go on SRM.com or some reason you can Google it. There's a sign-up sheet, $10 goes for diabetes research and you know, for the cause, you know. So we're working lap number 5. We got 71 laps to go here in this one. You know, Colin, I would imagine you're going to be in a race car that night.
We'll see. You know, I might be happy to hop into the booth with someone that night, but I'm certainly looking forward to either being in the mix or watching it unfold from a distance.
Right now, we're watching Curtis Ecker and that number 95 car of Chase Greer. These guys are just battling it out hardcore. Oh boy.
Definitely a little more racing than I expected to see this early on.
As we got Brandon Honeycutt, he's gonna go to the outside, and he's gonna bring Trevor Woodward right along with him. Not enough steam.
No, that one wasn't gonna quite work out. Having a bigger field with the Xfinity car is definitely key to getting up on the high side with just 2 cars. It can be done. Oh my goodness!
Big bobble
Andrew
out of
Tefton.
I was gonna say a big bobble out of Andrew.
It's not one I'm used to seeing.
Here, Andrew's gonna wisely drop to the back of the line.
Now, these cars are narrow enough. Ooh, a big blink from the front. These cars are narrow enough to be pretty comfortable going 3 wide. It's a lot of room on the track.
Not like the next-gen counterparts.
No, those those are some tense moments when you're 3 wide.
I know that all too well. Trevor Woodward going to go to the extreme outside. He's going to make it 3 wide. Brandon Honeycutt's going to come right along with them. Do they have enough? Do they have another player? Does Andrew Tefton get up there? You know, and you know, Dave Regal points this out all the time. Is you'll see drivers use that outside line to get up to the front, like Curtis Ecker's about to do. Once he hears clear inside, he's going to drop down to the inside line. It's almost like a 180-mile-an-hour game of Snake.
It's pretty accurate. I'm certainly guilty of doing that. I always try to take, if I can, I try to make sure there's enough room on the low side that I can bring whoever, push me to the front with me.
Look, on Talladega, I wouldn't even help my grandmother out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a rare breed of racing driver.
You're a rare breed, all right. But as I say that, Greg McConey out to the front. He's going to lead Curtis Ecker and Richard Odie. Curtis Ecker gives Curtis the advantage one time. Kirby Waistcock has an issue. He's going to dive down. He's going to come back up, and we're going to stay mean and green.
Yeah, it looks like an uncomfortable moment, maybe a strange bump, upset the car a little bit.
I know all about strange bumps, and I'm telling you what, it needs to say bump. We're not meaning about the white powdery stuff. Talking about bumping, crashing into each other. But yeah, 65 laps to go here from Talladega. Colonel Kirby Wainscott trying to hold off Chris Blasey. Blasey getting ready to strap on the hairnet and serve lunch to the Colonel, and it won't be Kentucky Fried Chicken this time around.
Pete Polini's probably back there watching things unfold and just hoping that he won't lose the draft, and he's probably watching for something bad to happen in front of him that he can avoid.
Do you think Pete Polini likes Dominic the Donkey?
Yeah, Alan, you're gonna have to give me a little education now.
You know what Dominic the Donkey is?
I've heard of Dominic the Donkey, and I don't know why.
He's the Italian Christmas donkey.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. That's the context I was missing.
You don't want me to sing
my
on the
goodness.
air. We'll get copyrighted so fast.
There is always that concern, isn't there?
Oh boy, you have no idea. Pete Polini goes fast time with a 50.81. As here we are, fixated on the Colonel Kirby Wainscott. But here, back up here in the front, Chase Greer now helping out Curtis Ecker. And here comes the Outsiders driver Trevor Woodward and driving extreme teammate, or actually full send, Brandon Honeycutt. And I tell you what, Brandon Honeycutt, when he races in the next Gen 6 series that they had on Sunday last year, he would have a Tennessee Volunteers paint scheme.
Really?
Yes, and I almost wanted to regurgitate numerous times. So I am a fan of the rival school. Look, I live in Missouri. I'm not a Mizzou fan. I don't even root for Missouri, okay? I bleed blue. I root for Kentucky.
Oh, my goodness.
And we are 3 wide. Richard Odie at the meat and the sandwich.
It's like
Woodward,
Curtis Hacker
Honeycutt.
had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, he had to stain your ride. Your stain. He had a code brown one. Boy, I cannot talk tonight.
Alan, I think you're doing a great job.
Like, at least they're entertaining, right? Somewhat. Even if my jokes are bad.
Hey, bad jokes are better than no jokes, right?
I mean, I'm not going to do a high five at the comedy club, but, I got you laughing.
Isn't there a saying about pizza? Bad pizza's better than no pizza.
The only pizza that's bad I'm throwing in the garbage is pineapple pizza.
Hey. I'm not going to say it's good, but I'm not going to throw it in the garbage.
I mean, there's a few other food items that end up in the garbage. One being ham and beans, Peeps, candy corns, etc., etc., etc. You know where I'm going with it.
I know where you're going. Speaking of Peeps and candy corn,
Oh, goodness.
right now might be another time to let everybody know that there is a Zaharuk Holiday Cheer Breakthrough T1D Research Charity Race coming up tomorrow, November 24th at 7 Eastern.
That would
And
be
you can
Sunday. It's only
register.
Friday.
What was that?
So that would be Sunday. It's only Friday.
Oh, sorry. Sunday, 2 days from now. Sunday, November 24th at 7 Eastern. And registration will happen via simracingmedia.com. It is the next gen car for 70 laps at Talladega.
And
We're
what are
hoping
the
to see
stages?
a lot of people out there for a $10 registration fee.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 15 laps
Things-
in, Curtis Ecker continues to lead this thing. And these guys have not broken away at all. 70 laps at Dega is really, in anything, it's just sort of, crazy. Since the guy called 2 Daytona 500s one year, or this past year. But nonetheless, I mean, what a way to finish out the week. As everybody's got a short week this week due to the Thanksgiving holiday.
Oh, is that Richard Odie finds himself in the sucker hole? He might be moving backwards in a hurry.
Just as you say that, Richard Odie finally drops down behind Colonel Kirby Wainscott, and he's gonna be mired back there in around the 6th position.
Now, what's our fuel window tonight, Alan?
Oh, it's 70%.
How far are we getting on that 70% fill?
Look, I stopped trying to figure out gas mileage a long time ago. Because just when you think they got to figure it out, well, someone's going to do something they don't normally do.
That's right.
And then the whole floodgates open for pit stop. Usually the broadcast booth zigs, the racing league will zag. Right now, it's the same verse, same as the first. Curtis Eckert, Chase Greer continued to absolutely just. I don't even have a word for this right now.
It seems that everybody's going to that low line and just single file, saving fuel, and trying to make it to the end. Things have definitely settled down.
Well, right now, the only two drivers that have worked on that outside line is Trevor Woodward and Brandon. Didn't he come back?
They keep going for it.
I mean, there's something there. Now, I do want to give a shout out to myself as I finished 9th in the trucks at Eldora.
Dude, that is something to be proud of, Alan. It's a competitive group of people that you were running with.
But here's the thing. I coached Matt Metler to a 5th place finish. Explain that one to me.
What do they say about teachers? Those who can do, those that can't teach?
But I did. I finished 10th, though.
No, you were solid. You had a good night. And if I'm not mistaken, you had a P3 starting position.
I did. I started inside second row.
Yeah, your single lap pace was very quick. That Eldora's tricky, man. Once that track kind of gets slick, long run pace really. Yeah, that's when you find out who's got that long run pace and who has the single lap hero speed.
Well, I definitely have the hot lap hero.
Nice. I like what you did there.
Working lap 20 of 75 here. Curtis Eckert and Chase Greer continue to do Curtis Eckert and Chase Greer things. Looking back a little bit further here.
Is Richard Odie gonna go? He thought about it. He thought about going up there.
Thought about it for a hot minute, but he decided against it.
And Pete Polini is still just hanging back there, holding on to the draft, and staying out of harm's way.
Absolutely working on 25 of 75. And, man, I tell you what, you picked a pretty good night to jump in here to the broadcast booth. I will tell you that. As right now we are watching Brandon Honeycutt continue to ride back there at 13th. He's still working. He's still working with Trevor Woodward.
Yeah, Brandon Honeycutt is a great person to get pushes from. He definitely is comfortable in that position as a pusher. Oh, and Richard Odie gets up to the top side, and now 3 cars working together. I wonder if that was planned when he looked to the high side earlier, was going to come in behind them, they fell back to let him in front of them.
Well, now we're back to 2 cars inside, outside, 3 rows deep, all the way back to that 6th position. We get ready. We're much like these guys. These guys are rocking and rolling towards the checkered flag, and we're rocking and rolling towards Thanksgiving holiday here. As Colin, I've got to know, what is your favorite Thanksgiving Day dish?
Oh man. Richard Odie's to the high side. Maybe the plan is to fall into the back. As far as the dishes go, Alan, I gotta know, are you talking main course or are you talking dessert?
Any of them. The whole spread.
So I think my absolute favorite is the cranberry chiffon pie. I think this is pretty specific to, I don't know if it's my family, if it's Polish, if it's Italian. I haven't actually looked into it, which shame on me. But it is a fluffy cranberry, kind of like a fluffy custard almost. Like custard's the wrong word. And with a graham cracker crust. It's phenomenal. It's truly a wonderful thing, and if you have the opportunity, you should try it.
I'm not a fan of cranberries.
Oh, neither am I, Alan. It's a whole new world, Alan. It really is. Cranberries are very tart, and this is a very sweet pie. It's not the typical. It's made with cranberry juice, not cranberries themselves.
Okay, we can get behind that. We can give it a shot. And I would say this: I have 2 of them. One would be the centerpiece, the turkey, the proverbial turkey.
Of course.
But here's what I'll do: I'll get a nice big hunk of pumpkin pie and put a half a thing of Cool Whip on there.
Yep.
Look, there's something about Thanksgiving pie, there's the pumpkin pie, that you don't put the canned whipped cream on there. It's like something like it's fat. It's got to be Cool Whip.
So in my family, extended family, my grandmother was Polish, and she had some arms on her, so she always made her own whipped cream. Oh, and I almost thought the pit stops were going to be happening now. She'd get a big stainless steel bowl, pour in the heavy cream, throw in some sugar, and have a whisk, and just sometimes we'd take turns, a few people, just whisking the bowl of whipped cream, and that was it's so much better than anything that comes out of a can or a tub.
Absolutely. So we are watching Curtis Eckert run away with this thing right now. I wouldn't say he's running away. No, like now he's got 3 good partners right behind him. And I will say this. So next Thursday morning we're gonna get up bright and early. I'm gonna watch the Macy's Day their Thanksgiving parade, and then I'm gonna flip it over to our local CBS affiliate and watch the St. Louis Day parade here. And I tell you what, my favorite part about these parades that are coming up is all the marching bands. I'm a huge band.
Oh yes, yeah, love some marching bands.
You can't have a parade without a marching band, right?
I agree with you, Alan, wholeheartedly. I've got to ask, have you seen the movie Drumline?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Great answer. Yeah, just phenomenal.
And as we're working lap number 27, they are single filed out now. Brandon Honeycutt being mired back there in 6th.
Seeing some space between these cars, and they're all on the low line. I wonder if it almost seems like they are getting ready to shoot down pit lane at any moment.
You know, is it wrong that when I watched that Macy's Day Parade and I see them guys handling the balloons, is what happens if one gets wrapped around a street light or something?
Oh, it's funny you would ask that. I actually work with someone that is on the balloon team for some of those Macy's Day balloons. And there's a lot of training, actually, that goes into being one of the ground crew hands. And I think they actually practice those scenarios. We don't get to see it, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of practice that goes into making sure those things don't happen in the first place, and if they do, how to calmly take care of it without anybody noticing.
Absolutely, as we were watching Curtis Ecker and Chase Greer, you know, and here's the thing about being a balloon person, is what if you get stuck behind a Taylor Swift act, and she's singing a 5-minute song, and your arms just get tired, right?
Hey, man. Yeah, they don't underestimate the strength of people that are trying to maneuver a balloon. You know, it may not seem like much, but those are some strong individuals on the ground.
Well, I tell you right now, Curtis Eckert is strong. We're going to come down.
Oh, here we go.
Green flag pit stops. Everybody's coming down. And now that they're going to come down, we are going to go ahead.
Oh, no!
Oh, Richard Odie.
Oh, Richard Odie.
Oh. No, Richard. Bad Richard.
He passed the commitment cone, so he still gets to go on pit road. Whether or not he'll get a penalty, I'm not sure.
Oh, he's getting a penalty. That's an pit exit. At least. Let's go.
Unfortunate.
Let's see what happened there to Richard Odie. Richard Odie entered pit lane, went off track. Let's see here. Here comes Richard. We knew this was going to happen.
Whoa.
And he's already losing it. He's already losing it.
Oh, and gets a little bit of help from the nose of. I didn't catch who that was.
That would be Craig McConey there.
Oh. Yep.
Let's back it up right here. He's already loose. He's losing it. Greg McConey gets a little bit of nose damage. Not much.
He'd been losing it that whole time. Did a great job keeping it together until then.
As we come back out to the live picture here. Everybody back on track. Richard Odie all by his lonesome. Here comes Chase Greer. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break of the night. And we'll be right back as we're going to side by side here on Sun Racing Media. I'm Alan Bergen. He's Colin McDonough. We'll be right back after these messages.
Imagine a theater experience so real you're part of the action. Breakthrough technology that shakes your seat at precisely the right moment so you can feel the action on the screen. Choose 4D cinemas powered by Butt Kicker for the ultimate theater experience. And for the ultimate in movies, gaming, and sports at home, add your own Butt Kicker. A simple, wireless, affordable device that takes just seconds to install. Text the word on the screen right now to receive a special offer. Get Butt Kicker and feel what you've been missing.
Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. We're working lap number 35. 34 laps in the history books. I'm Alan Bergen. Well, alongside of me, Colin McDonough. We are just south of St. Louis here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. Colin's actually on the East Coast. I'm in the middle of the country. And right now, Greg McConey pretty much out front right now with that 0.001 of a second lead.
I think the only thing anybody missed while we were on break is Trevor Woodward has parked it and called it a night.
Trevor Woodward went in to race to the beer stand. Well, I think he went to go have a little bit of fun in the snow.
Ooh, that does sound like fun.
I mean, I can only imagine it's snowed there by you right now.
No, so north of us got snow, but we finally got the rain that we so desperately needed.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We also gave you some wind.
Yeah, there was some serious wind that rolled through, but I know a lot of people are getting excited about the ski season as some of the ski resorts posted that they got some snowfall.
Yeah, so here in the Midwest, we got to make our own snow.
Yeah, it's common over here to have the snow guns going, but you know, Pocono Raceway even posted that they had snow up there.
I mean, yeah, that's true. 37 laps in the books here. It's getting ready to start lap 38. Greg McConey out to the lead right now. Not getting away from Brandon Honeycutt too easily.
It's looking like we have two distinct groups now. The other group being led by Curtis Ecker further back. Let's see, who's hanging out with Curtis? We got Curtis Ecker, Andrew Teft, and Kirby Wainscott back there. And then I think I'm seeing Pete Polini is all by his lonesome.
It's generally not where you want to be on a super speedway without by yourself.
No, not even a little bit.
I mean, anywhere else it could probably work out for you, but not here at Talladega. Creeping ever so slightly to the halfway mark, as we got about 41 laps to go here.
It's looking like that 4-car group right there is not making headway on the lead group.
Yeah, I mean, Curtis Tucker, you know, he's a great driver. We like Curtis.
Yeah, they're about a little more than half a second off the lap times of the group ahead of them. And I think, ooh, Brandon Honeycutt with a big blink. That could be contributing to the efficiency of the draft.
Well, right now, Greg McConey is still leading this second verse, same as the first. You know, I just love that Paw Patrol scheme he's got on it. Truck.
It's a good one.
I bet Truth Hoke made it.
You think so?
No. I'm only messing with you. The Stevensville, Michigan native. You're on board with Greg McConey.
And Alan, I know we're not supposed to play favorites up in the booth, but I will say on track, I don't know if there's anybody I trust more to give me a push than Greg McConey. He is a phenomenal super speedway driver.
I mean, never mind.
Oh, come on, Alan.
I was gonna say my wife could give you trust issues. I was playing. I lost my train of thought. I had to go somewhere with it.
I prefer where you went with it because dude, it was a great recovery on your part to put something out there.
Oh, here's
man.
Paul. Look, I'm actually working on a paint scheme right now. I think you'll love it. I'm actually kind of stuck on it.
Oh, I'd be happy to help.
Well,
So Chris Blasey leaving a little bit of space for the latency issues that Brandon Honeycutt was having. Trying not to get too close. Oh, spoke too soon.
speak, boy, speak. Don't forget on the 24th, which is Sunday.
Sunday the 24th. Sunday.
Yep, the Saruka Holiday Cheer Breakthrough TID Research Charity Race. $10 hit, 70 laps, 50% fuel. Stage 1 ends at lap 20, stage 2 ends at lap 60. Go check out SRM's website for all the information. We continue to be on board with Chris Blasi.
It looks like Pete Bellini might be that lap car right there. Staying out of the way, but hopefully can catch on to the tail end.
I mean, how many times have you ever been a lap car?
Oh, plenty of times.
Okay.
It does happen. But and Curtis Eckers into the pits. Pete Polini is now the first car lap down, so he takes a lucky dog position away from Richard Odie.
I mean, you know, Pete Polini, man, what a driver!
Yeah.
What a driver. Don't forget tomorrow you can check out Colin McDonough. He's going to be competing in the Racers Elite Stafford Series, or Wayland Modified Series, rather. And I believe they're at Thompson this week. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, hoping that race does kick off this week. I know last week there were a number of drivers that couldn't make it, so.
You're absolutely right. And I believe we're at halfway now.
Alan, we are past the halfway mark, my guy.
Look, my math doesn't math on a Friday. My math does not math on Friday.
It's looking like we have 30 laps to go as we are on lap 46 as we cross the line.
Wow.
So the math was, not quite there, but that's okay. We love you anyway.
My math does not math most days of the week. So I'm getting ready to add to the sim rig. So I got I'm getting ready to add to the old Tony Strapasso Memorial Studio. How many studios do you know have a leg lamp from A Christmas Story?
Oh, not many.
Well,
Not
this
many.
one does.
Nice. Yeah, I know the leg lamp is a very can be a very polarizing thing. You know, it was a huge point of contention in the movie that it came from.
Do you know what movie that was?
It was A Christmas Story. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that movie.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
What a wonderful, just a great movie.
Now, I did break down and watch the Christmas Story Christmas. And for what it was, it wasn't horrible.
I can't say I've ever seen it.
For what it wasn't horrible.
All right.
Now, I know Dave Regal, he's a Griswold type fan.
Okay.
So I actually did the math. Okay. Right now we're watching Greg McConey do Greg McConey things. Here's the thing. So if you watch the, I watch 24 hours of Christmas Story on TBS every year.
Okay.
Then they show the same movie on TBS or TNT.
Yes.
So if you break it down, it's really 48 hours.
That math tracks. Yeah. Oh, we're seeing pit stops happening there, Alan Bergen. Andrew Teft is in. Kirby Wainscott is in. Richard Odie is in.
Yeah, Richard having a way better time coming down pit road this time than he did earlier.
And Curtis Ecker has been in for a very long time. On my timing screen, it's not showing that he's out, just that he's still on pit road.
Well,
hanging out, getting some long repairs done, perhaps?
he's got front end damage. As we now have 25 laps remaining. 26 laps remaining. Come on now. I forget about the rolling start sometimes.
You're all good, man. You're all good.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Curtis Ecker. Probably back on. I'm not sure what lap that was. "26 laps
to go here from Talladega, Alabama, and we are nearing the witching hour. Let's bring up that weather one more time and show you that weather. Right now, it's, this is a Chamber of Commerce type day with a 29% relative humidity, but 85 degrees now.
The track temp is still baking.
Yes, you're absolutely right. 114 degrees. Now we have 25 to go.
Alan, you're killing it. You're doing a great job. The math is mathing again.
We took this thing off the rails. We're gonna let live timing deem one of these great contestants here on The Price is Right. The most exciting thing happening on the racetrack right now, and they have deemed Greg McConey and Brendan Honeycutt the most exciting thing.
They certainly have.
"24 laps remaining here from," well, I'd say 24. Now it's 23.
Now here's a little interesting thing as far as what's going on now. Pete Polini has he had fallen off the draft. He's gone a lap down to these lead cars, but with that last pit cycle, he's now passed Andrew Teft, Kirby Wainscott, and Richard Odie. If on this next pit cycle, if he can stick with this group, will that yield him position? Wow, what a turn of events for Pete Bellini.
Brandon Honeycutt continues to fight connection issues. And, you know, here's the thing, Colin, is connection issues, they are, to a driver, their worst enemy.
Yes, no doubt about that.
So you have to be in constant communication with the people around you.
Yep.
Especially if your screen goes black or blue or white or orange, yellow, green. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and oftentimes if somebody's connection gets bad enough, the people behind will say, "Hey, why don't you hop out a line and fall onto the tail end, so that if you are blinking, it won't hurt anybody else."
Yeah. Now, here's the thing: as we're watching, we're going to come back here to Andrew Tuff and Colonel Kirby Wainscott. Say that one 5 times fast. Don't you do it, Colin. Don't you dare.
I won't do it. I'm not going to do it, Alan. I won't do that to you.
We're going to have about 15 to go.
And with Richard Odie right there behind them, I might be inclined, if I was Andrew and Kirby,
To back up to Richard?
to back up to Richard, because he's not that far off of them, and I think those 3 cars together would yield them probably an extra. It would probably shave another second off their lap times to have 3 cars in force rather than just 2. But if you don't do it quickly, he's just going to keep falling back off of them. So
You're not wrong, and these guys are just out there by themselves, not really losing anything, not really gaining anything.
they're just going to be hoping for a caution. But they'll be hoping for a caution after pit stops happen. It looks like Richard Odie just hopped down pit road.
Again?
I think he might. I wonder if he's just about to park it, knowing that he lost the draft.
That might be the
Or
best
you
thing.
fill up now and you're good for the rest of the race, and if there is a caution, who knows what'll happen.
We got 20 laps to go here. Greg McConey continues to lead this thing. The interval has not changed all this long.
And I'm surprised to see that these guys out front have not made another pit stop yet. I would expect them to come down any moment now.
But you never know.
They're-
They could
they're,
save it, too.
Yeah, it's possible. But based on their pace and the way they pulled away from the pack behind them, I don't know how much they could have saved that way, especially with Greg McConey being out on the front of it the whole time.
$19 laps to go. Greg McConey making short work of these guys here. Colin, we've only been racing for an hour. We're going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and step aside one more time, one final break, and then the rest will be commercial free. You want to say we're going to go side by side here on Sim Racing Media. We'll be right back.
Imagine a theater experience so real you're part of the action. Breakthrough technology that shakes your seat at precisely the right moment so you can feel the action on the screen. Choose 4D Cinemas powered by Butt Kicker for the ultimate theater experience. And for the ultimate in movies, gaming, and sports at home, add your own Butt Kicker. A simple, wireless, affordable device that takes just seconds to install. Text the word on the screen right now to receive a special offer. Get Butt Kicker and feel what you've been missing.
welcome back to the Racers Elite Superspeedway Series. I'm Alan Bergen alongside my broadcast partner, Colin McDonough. So we got 15 laps to go. Greg McConey still doing Greg McConey type things.
It looks like we've officially had Curtis Ecker decide to call it a night, as well as I think Pete Bellini has called it a night. Richard Odie's still on track.
Yeah, 5 laps down, but he's out there making lots of good points.
Hey, turn laps, get points. That's the name of the game. Brandon Honeycutt goes purple for fastest lap with a 50.72.
I mean, he's definitely got some help from his friends here.
Oh, no doubt about it.
We're working 14 to go here from Talladega, Alabama. And it's not even Talladega, Alabama. It's Lincoln, Alabama.
Well, it looks like, yep. Andrew Teff trying to get to the front. Gets his lap back if he can get up there. And if he's sitting out front in the event of a caution, he is in good shape.
$13 laps to go, and Chase Greer up to the front now. But getting advantage to Andrew Teff, the chief cook and bottle watcher here at Racers Elite, as he is trying to get his lap back the hard way. He's going to do just that. Now, Colin, you'll be racing next Friday with these guys, right?
It's very possible, yes. I know my work schedule's been a little bit inconsistent since I've been sick, but you know, hopefully I get on track with them next week.
$12 laps to go. Greg McConey continues to lead this one. Andrew Tupp down a full lap to McConey. And here comes Chase Green at number 95 car. Guess who he's bringing along with him?
One of the best pushers in the game, Brandon Honeycutt, helping him along.
I mean, Brandon Honeycutt's going to wear out that back bumper. I did that. Right now, Andrew Tupp's fighting for his life here on the lead lap.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He definitely wants to stay up there. Whoop, man, he's going to lose out to Chase Greer. If Andrew Teff can stay up there at the point and not a lap down, if there were to be a caution, his buddy Kirby Wainscott can get the lucky dog position, and they can link up together on the same lap once the restart goes. So I'm not sure they're going to have luck with that, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. It's Talladega.
Yeah, so we got 11 laps to go. It's going to be like 21 laps to go. Chase Greer continues to lead this pack. Brandon Honeycutt right behind him. When is the field you think Holland's going to, you know, bunch backs up and essentially be a rolling roadblock for a lot of these teams?
I think it might be happening right now. I think things are starting to get a little bit heated, and people are really jockeying for position now and trying to make sure they're linked up with who they want to be linked up with.
10 laps to go here from Lincoln, Alabama, to Talladega Superspeedway. I want to thank everybody for making Sim Racing Media and the Racers Elite Family Racing your entertainment destination here on this Friday night.
Yeah, big shout out to Premier Racing Setups for helping us keep the lights on.
Absolutely. 9 laps to go. Chase Greer. Greg McConey is chasing Chase Greer. Did you like what I did there?
I like what you did there. Nicely done, Alan.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying.
You've got some good ones, man. I don't know if you always get the credit that you deserve for that little clever aspect.
Well, look, I'm here for bad jokes always.
Dude, I love bad jokes. Alan, do you know what the difference between a good joke and a bad joke is?
I have no idea.
I don't know any good jokes.
Uh, Neither does Chase Greer as he continued to lead this thing. Greg McConey coming back to the outside. Now, this is what Greg McConey is known for, as we have 8 laps to go.
Things are certainly getting hot.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks
Easy,
like Richard
guys.
Odie's
Easy.
Oh my goodness.
Andrew Dove goes to block. These guys are a lap down.
I think Andrew Teff is trying to link up with Richard Odie to get to the front.
He's going to need more than just Richard. Here we go. We're getting cranked up to crazy. These guys don't need another pit stop as they've made their pits.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be good from here on out. There'll be a tire advantage for some of them that pit later. Andrew Teft and Kirby Wainscott coming down on lap 47. But tires don't matter much at Talladega. But these cars, man. Oh no!
Oh, man.
Oh, practically everyone's involved.
Thank God we got
Oh,
fast repairs.
That adds insult to injury right there.
Let's see what happened. As it looks like Blasi and Anika get together.
I wonder if that was a moment of netcode. Oh, bad luck.
It sure does look like it. Let's run it back. Let's break the fourth wall. It sure, you know what? It totally does look like netcode.
We've
I
had
don't
a lot
see.
of.
So I don't see any car acting strange.
Right.
Let's go back just a little bit further.
Yeah, netcode has been a really big complaint
So
lately.
here we are. Here is okay. He's still up in his lane. And
Oh, and was there a puff of smoke from the car ahead?
I don't think there was.
Okay, sorry about that.
Well, they're good. Okay, that's netcode all day long.
Yeah, that's a lot
look-
more contact than the effects of that incident is a lot more dramatic than the amount of contact that was maybe made.
So there you see it right there. And then
He tags McConey in the back, doesn't he?
yes.
Ah, jeez. And then Andrew Tefts gets a piece of it. Oh, Richard Odie got a piece of it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's involved.
Everybody's involved. So Andrew Teft, because he was involved in that, I believe can't get the lucky dog. So Kirby Wainscott gets the lucky dog. And Andrew Teft will, if I'm not mistaken, find himself still a lap down, unless...
He's the owner. He can do whatever he wants.
I was gonna say, I know with some of the time when you're running super speedway events, you do kind of want to just give people the the benefit of the doubt and wave everybody back around if there's a late race caution, so that everybody's got a chance at the last lap.
5 laps to go. Greg McConey back out front. Brandon Honeycutt. Kirby Wayne's got. Now, here's the thing. Andrew Taft back on the lead lap.
Andrew Taft, I believe, is going to get a wave around the pace car when they go 1 to go.
He's still on the lead lap.
He is, in fact, still on the lead lap because everybody else got involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
he should get a wave around right here, and then he'll get to link up at the tail end of the field, and we'll have everyone, if I'm not mistaken, back on the lead lap. Other than Richard Odie?
you're correct. Now, a lot of people tomorrow will be watching the Florence 400. The Bud 8 car make this iconic return.
It makes its debut tomorrow?
It does.
Nice. That'll be cool. Oh, and there Andrew Taft goes. So we are 1 to go to green. So he'll be scooting around in a hurry to catch the back of the field before they go green.
4 cars left. Thanks, netcode.
Yeah, it's it's been particularly bad lately. And I felt pretty bad. I avoided a wreck last week, and I didn't go too low, but there was about half a car between me and the person the netcode decided to make contact with. So it's definitely a problem as of late, and I think iRacing is well aware of it and working to sort it out.
So we're going to come back to green with 3 laps to go. So it's like a natural green-white checker.
It certainly is. Andrew Taft is 29 seconds back, it's looking like, so he should be up there. By the time they get to the Geico restart zone, he'll be back up with the pack.
He'll be downshifting anyways.
He'll be hard on the brakes, trying to make sure he doesn't run anybody over.
Chris Blasi's going to keep going. Coming down the green flag with 3 to go. Greg McConey, Brendan Honeycutt, your front row here. And, you know, Colin and I got the chance to pick up the 87 cars.
How was that?
It's deeply religious as we get ready to come back to green flag racing here. Greg McConey through the Geico restart zone. We're Dolphin racing here.
Richard Odie and Chris Blasi are in an awesome position to become friends with someone. They're a lap down, but they could certainly change the end result of this race.
Well, right now, as we got 3 laps to go, Greg McConey out front, Chase Greer, Brandon Honeycutt. That's your top 3 as the race ends right now. That would be your podium. Colonel Kirby Wainscott trying to get his name in the conversation. Blasi 1 lap down.
And now is when the chess match really happens.
Popsicle sticks to go. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks are in the air. You know, here in the dirt world, we have a flying green flag. So the flag fan will wave the green flag for 2 laps to go.
I quite like that. I always I always prefer a waving flag over, wrapped up flags.
Down that back straightaway one more time. Well, 2 more times. About 6 go down the white flag, comes out. We're racing back to checker. Greg McConey still up front. That's 7/1000th of a second lead.
Looks like Brandon Honeycutt has made his move to try to get to the front, hoping that Kirby Wainscott's going to give him some help from behind.
We're going to find out. They come screaming down that back straightaway one more time. Here comes Brandon Honeycutt. On the outside, he's got Kirby Wainscott with him. He needs more help. Come on. Get it, get it, get it. Get it. Is it going to be enough? We still got to get through the tri-oval.
Oh, and they're really fanning out now.
Greg McConey, we're 4 wide.
Kirby going for the middle.
We're wrecking.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be Brandon Honeycutt.
Brandon Honeycutt at the line. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
That was... What a finish that was. I thought Kirby Wainscott was going to come through on that one.
I mean, we
Wow.
need to back this up here. I mean, they are 4 wide.
What a finish. Kirby Wainscott had a huge run.
Yeah, here we are, running it back one more time. Coming down that super stretch. This is the point where they go 3 wide. McConey gets a little bit loose. They're 4 wide. And then all proverbial hell just breaks loose. Oh, man.
Man. It's like a pinball. Andrew Teff just getting bounced back and forth between cars there.
Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and try to talk to both drivers. What a race that was. So we're gonna try to get
That was an incredible finish.
Brandon Honeycutt. Where did he go? All right, well, Colin, we're gonna roll with this. I'm gonna let you talk to Mr. Greg McConey. We're gonna go 3-2 or 2-3 rather. So, Colin, you get to talk with Mr. Greg McConey.
Hello, Greg McConey. It's Colin and Alan in the booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Oh, it was a interesting finish, but ended up taking second, so I'll live with that.
Yeah. Can you give us a rundown of that final lap leading up to the finish, and what was your strategy and what played out?
Yeah, I wanted to stick with the 95. I was hoping that Honeycutt and them, myself with the 95 on the bottom would be able to hold Honeycutt at least tied with second, if not third in line. But they got a great run. I had to try and throw a block. I did what I could. I got put 4 wide, went back to right where I, had a space in the middle, and guys kept bumping down and knocking down. Somebody got turned off my nose, and next thing I know, I finished in second.
It was a truly fun finish to watch for us up in the booth. I will say that much.
Oh yeah, I mean we were having a great race. I hate that net code and that kind of stuff had had an effect on it that close to the end. But no, I mean it is what it is. You know, we were lined up in a great spot with Chris there, and Honeycutt. You know, I was running with Chris all night, and Honeycutt was there. I love running with him. The 95 of Chase was with us as well. You know, us four, we were going to fight it out for that win. And then whatever happened when everybody got put 3 wide, and then that led to what happened at the end. But no, I mean, I'm just looking at the standings now. I lost by 22 tenths of a second. No, 22 hundredths of a second. So that was a close one, a lot closer than I thought it would be. But no, I'll take it. You know, that it was a fun race in the end.
I'm seeing 22 thousandths is the margin for
Yes,
you know,
you're right,
your second place. And that's
that's
a hell of a finish. So, anybody you want to thank for making it happen tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank you know, Chris, who I was racing with. I got to thank all the other guys that are in that Outsiders channel normally. Not sure what happened to everybody tonight, but is what it is. Got to thank my sponsors. First off, Magical Mamas Creations and Collectibles, which is my wife's company. You can find her on Whatnot at magical_mama. She does Disney collectibles, custom crafts, and she does shows typically every Monday and Friday at 8:30 or so Eastern. So find her there. Go check her out. Tell her Greg sent you from Racers Elite. She'll love that. Shout out to Boffman Excavating, which is my other sponsor. My grandfather-in-law's old construction company. You know, love to have them and call them a sponsor. Shout out to my daughter for giving me the idea to go run the Paw Patrol car tonight. So that's fun. You know, thank Andrew and the other guys here at Racers Elite, and especially thank you guys. You guys put on a great show. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Yeah, it was fun. You know, it ended rough, but the rest of the race, it was we were going to make it a dogfight with the 4 of us. So it was fun.
I'm glad you had a fun time. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thanks, Colin. Have a good one, guys.
Oh, have I lost Alan?
Nope.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. We are going to bring up Andrew Tufts, our 3rd place finisher. Andrew, it's Alan and Colin up here in the SRM booth. How's it going, man?
It's been better.
Especially after, like, so you pretty much, you know, get the proverbial pit maneuver done on you. You go lap down, you battle back, and you finish 3rd.
Yeah, just didn't give up. Yeah, it just stinks to scratch a claw like that and get taken out by a couple guys with no patience. But it is what it is, I suppose. There's always next week.
Yes, and, you know, here we are 2 races into the chase here with the Racers Elite Super Speedway Series. Take us through that race and what you experienced around the racetrack, and, you know, as this series produces a little bit smaller of a field that you would not normally see if you were racing on a Monday through, you know, Thursday type situation. But, you know, what I guess I'm asking is, you know, with the week we get to reset the batteries, if you will, and come back Friday stronger than ever. Take us through that race and what you were feeling, and what are you looking forward to most as the Racers Elite, you know, the next gen series especially takes that break and you get a day off.
Well, I don't know. The race started off pretty smooth. We're just kind of riding around a little while and saving some gas for a shorter pit stop. And Kirby got separated from us. We thought we'd fall back and help him out, and we were just trying to be patient and run our own strategy. And eventually, I think Richard had some damage. He was with us and he fell off, and finally got our way back to like the tail end of the lead lap. And but before that, there was like a net code incident. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah.
Where I drove in the back at Curtis. I don't know. All of a sudden, his car just stopped. It seemed like something happened with his internet or something.
You
But
know, we saw that. We saw that in Colin here. The Eagle Eye just like pointed it out.
yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Finally, get back to almost getting our lap back and getting back in it, and I think Blasi and Honeycutt might have had some net code or something, caused that pile up, and I was able to get my wave around at least. And at the end there, I was trying to push Kirby. We're suddenly 4 wide, and it looks like after he watched it, he didn't realize we were 4 wide, and he had a little bit more room above him, and kind of got hooked there. And but yeah, there's just a lot going on at the end, and yeah, P3 after all that.
All right, man. Well, here we are. We'll be back next Friday, stronger than ever. Rocking and rolling towards the end of the season. And but before we get you out of here, who do you want to think that helped you get it done here on that 98 car?
Yeah, I want to thank my teammates. We're always sticking with each other, even when one of us falls off, and looked like we were gonna make that work out okay. But yeah, just Speedway racing. I want to thank my family for letting me put the time in, SRM for putting on the shows, and everybody that watches and comes out to race.
All right. Well, with that being said, Andrew, it's been fun talking to you. We're going to let you celebrate that podium finish, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks.
And that was the voice of Andrew Stout, the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here at the Racers Elite Family of Racing Series. And Colin, next week you'll be in the car again as we get rocking and rolling in the chase here. But before we get out of here for the night, Colin, we got to do one final piece of housekeeping. And that is to go over our final results here. Brandon Honeycutt puts it on the podium. He's going to park at victory lane, actually. Greg McConey going to finish second, while Andrew Tept will round out your podium. Kirby Wainscott will start fourth. Chase Greer will start fifth. Chris Blasi will start sixth. Richard Odie will start seventh. Eighth will go to Pete Polini. Curtis Ecker, Trevor Woodward, and Matt Metler will all win the race to the beer stand. It's a three-way tie. Matt Metler never even took the green flag. But Colin, I don't know about you,
Yes,
but I've had an absolute blast.
That was a fun race. I'm not gonna lie. Even with the, you wonder whether or not the smaller field will make it a less interesting race. But I come to find that it's just as exciting.
It's still a party either way. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Colin, if I don't talk to you before Thursday, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Sim Racing Media and the Racers Elite Family Series or Family of Racing Series. And as you walk through every day as you walk through life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.